How's it going? Welcome to another edition of Tech Time. For quite some time I've been noticing this particular product on the market and have done a little bit of investigation about it. Looked at it to see about a year or so ago what I thought. Was very intrigued, but the reviews weren't very good, so I didn't pull the trigger on it. Well, it's come back around, and I was doing a little more research. It's also been on the market a little longer and has had a chance to shake out some of its bugs. And the reviews on it are pretty good, so I wanted to go ahead and check it out and see how this would work out for me. This particular device we're looking at today is a laser projector keyboard. You see the box is fairly small. When you open it up, the device inside is really small too, and that's important because the whole purpose of this is to eliminate the full-size keyboard that you may desire to use, if you're out and about or in a meeting or whatever. Now, I tend to go to meetings and I take my Kindle and I take notes on my Kindle from the meeting and I transfer them to wherever I need to. So one of the things I would like to check this out is, will it work on a Kindle? It says it will work on any Bluetooth device. We'll check it out on the phone. We'll check it out on the Kindle, see how it works on both. And then we'll take a look and see how well it works altogether. Another reason why I purchased this particular brand is the cost was reasonable at $45 US, but it also has a mouse function where you push a button on it and it converts to a mouse, and you can actually do mouse functions in a laser setting as well. So with all that being said, let's take a first look at this device. It does come with a pretty short USB-C charger. And on the front we have the sensor. This senses where your fingers are being placed. And it's got the projector. This projects the keyboard onto the table. It also has two LEDs. The one on the left, if it's red, indicates a low battery. If it's blue and flashing, it means it's trying to pair Bluetooth. And if it's just blue, it means it's paired and ready for use. The LED on the right, if it's lit blue, means that the caps are on. And if it's red, that means it's charging. It also has this infrared light at the bottom. All right. Well, I guess the first thing we're going to want to do is try to connect this via Bluetooth to something. So let's start out by turning it on. And on this side, you have the power button and the micro USB charging port. And that's pretty much it. Well, I've already charged this, so let's go ahead and turn it on. All right, so immediately it projects the keyboard onto the table, and we see we have a blue flashing light. So it's also beeping. Anytime you push the keyboard, it beeps. You can adjust that by holding down the function key and touching the left arrow and turning it down. Now you see there's no more audio. Okay, well this is what the keyboard looks like. Looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and try to pair it to my phone. Where's my phone? All right, so let's turn Bluetooth on. And it is looking for things. Laser projection keyboard. See it right there? Can you see it? And pair. Done. Okay, you see the blue light. The blue light is no longer blinking. So we have paired the keyboard. Now I'm going to open up a notepad. And let's try typing. Now you'll notice the keyboard went away. If you don't type on it for a period of time, it will dim itself. Okay, well, let's type something. A quick brown fox jumped over the, whoops. This is, by the way, over the lazy dog. Now, the mistakes you were seeing were actually not an issue with the keyboard. I'm a really bad typer. So here's the results of my typing. Seems to work pretty good. I'm curious of how the mouse works, whether it works on a phone or a Kindle. We have yet to even see it connect to the Kindle. All right, let's go ahead and check out the mouse functionality with this. Now, I did try to make this work just a minute ago and was having trouble. What I did learn is if you don't have the projector sitting on the same surface as the keyboard or mouse function, it creates tracking issues because it's not at the same level. It's looking for something at a very specific place. So, having the device on the table with the keyboard is a must. So, to engage the mouse, you click this button right here. You'll notice that the keyboard dims, and that's how you know it's in mouse mode. It doesn't give you any projection or any kind of like a square mouse area to use. It just dims the keyboard, and you perform the mouse functions in that space. Now, you move your finger around to move the cursor. A single tap is a left click. A single tap with two fingers is a right click, and you can also zoom. So, on the phone, let's take a look at the screen. Can you see it? Okay, can you see down at the bottom the little mouse there? Can you see it moving? So I actually have a mouse. So right here where I have the missing space, I can click there and now convert back over to keyboard. And I can add in the missing space, go back to mouse, and I can, whoops, I'm back in keyboard mode, back into mouse, and I can, let's go down to the three dots here at the bottom. Click on that, and I can do whatever. So, the mouse functionality, although it's not terribly practical, it does indeed work exactly like it's supposed to. So I have to give that a thumbs up as well. Let's try to connect this to the Kindle. We'll shut off the Bluetooth, and you'll now see that the blue light is blinking again. And let's turn on Bluetooth on my Kindle. And I'm going to say pair new device. This one comes up and says laser projection KB. I'm pretty sure that's it because it's got a little keyboard symbol next to it. We're going to say pair, and you'll see that the blue light has stopped flashing, so I suspect this is successfully paired with my Kindle. Let us bring up something to take notes on. This is what I normally take notes on in my meetings at work. So let us try. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country. Check it out. It typed it perfectly. All right, there you have it. I have to say, I think it's super cool. You saw it work on my phone and also in mouse mode. You've seen it work on my Kindle. We do know it pairs on a Kindle. It says it will pair with any sort of Android or iOS device, anything with a Bluetooth, basically, it says. So I'd say it's super cool, and I expect to be the envy of everybody at work. And I'll get a few eye rolls at people who are not so keen on new technology. But I'm going to take it to a meeting and just not say anything and set it up and start taking notes and see how many people I get looking at me side-eyed, wanting to know what I've got because I got the cool new thing. But anyway, all that being aside, it works. Works as advertised. It's not expensive. My concerns now are longevity. I don't expect to be carrying it around in this box. It's a little too bulky. I'd like to carry it around just as is. How long will it last like that? If you scratch the surface, will it cause issues with the projection or the tracking? I don't know. We're going to find out. I'm going to use it. I think it's super dope. All right, there you go. Tech time in the books. We'll see you around for another one in the not too distant future. See you around.